can we talk about the mental toll a negative pregnancy test can have on a woman? Waiting on that second line, waiting on it to say pregnant can be a lot. And when that second line doesn't show up, or that flashing not pregnant comes up instead, it can be a range of emotions that just flood you. It really is okay to be angry, throw that pregnancy test across the room, kick a bucket, scream, cry. It is okay, because when you're trying to conceive and your results aren't what you want, it's a lot. It's a lot. But there could be a number of reasons why the test is negative. And while initially it's okay to feel what you're going to feel, once you're done feelings, and once you're done getting through those feelings, I want you to start to think, what is happening to my body that I am not conceiving? Like, what is the reason? So first things first, if you've been trying to conceive for like 6 months to a year, go see a doctor. That does not necessarily mean you need to prepare yourself to spend thousands of dollars on fertility treatment. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that go see the doctor to see if maybe your ovulation schedule is off. Do you have a fibroid that's blocking it? Do you have a polyp? Some people, it's the smallest thing. Once they fix it, boom, boom, they go to 2 lines. However, sometimes it could be something a little bit more serious. Regardless, go see the doctor. If it's been 6 months to a year. Other times, girl, you could be too stressed. Like, real talk, you could be stressing yourself out. The best part of trying to conceive is trying to conceive. Enjoy the process. I mean, it's fun, right? You get to get it in all the time. So if you're stressed during this process of trying to get it in, not trying to get it in, of trying to have a baby, sometimes it's making your body do the exact opposite. It's ridiculous. I know, and it's completely unfair, but we do have to remember that we're welcoming a spirit into our body. Now, think of it like this. You ever met someone that's overly eager? They may be nice, but they're a little bit too eager and you don't really want to be around them, or they need to just chill. That could be what your spirit is telling your baby spirit. Your baby wants to go into an environment where it can nurse itself for 9 months, come out and have their mama hold them. They do not want to be nursed by someone that's trying to grab them. So I want you to think about that. Think about that when you are in the process of trying to conceive. Like, how do I feel emotionally going into it? How am I welcoming my baby spirit into my body? Your partner too. We gotta be balanced. We gotta be equal here and be excited about welcoming a new spirit. It's like ordering an Amazon package and you're just so excited about it coming. But if you're standing at the door waiting on that driver, it seems like they take forever to show up. So think about where your stress levels are and find ways to lower the stress. That way you can welcome your baby spirit and maybe you can see a plus sign. Some other times when we're testing, it may be a little bit too early because some of us, their HCG levels haven't shot up enough so that it can tell the pregnancy test that you're pregnant. Even if you buy the early detection ones, if you look really closely, it still tells you wait till you have a missed period. That's the most accurate time. I knew a woman, for some reason, she was like 6 weeks pregnant and she could not test positive. I don't know what she was doing to not test positive, but she had to go and get a blood test to prove that she was actually pregnant. By the time she got a blood test, she was like 8 weeks. She was like 2 months. Some people, their bodies are different. So think about the time you're testing, and I would straight up wait until at least a day after the missed period. That way it gives the HCG levels time to go up to get the pregnancy test to be positive. If that is not the case, it does not mean it's over for you. It just means you try again next month. When you are going through a range of emotions of that negative pregnancy test, because I know that some of us, we be looking down at that pregnancy test and you just staring, waiting on that second line, and that second line don't show up, or you waiting for it to say pregnant and this is not pregnant. Those range of emotions, it may take longer than a day to recover from it, maybe weeks, especially if you've been trying for a while. It's beyond frustrating. Consider counseling. And some people are like, well, why do you need therapy for that? It's not about why do you need therapy for that. It's getting the support you need to prepare yourself to go through another round, because it's stressful trying to conceive and then trying to not stress yourself out, right? Kind of an oxymoron, but you can feel sad. Like, why is my body not doing this? Because you may feel like a failure. Sometimes when we get that negative pregnancy test, you may feel like you failed at being a woman, you failed at being a partner, you failed at trying to be a mother, you failed at so much, and this is just not true. There's certain things you just can't help. I mean, it could be some things if you're doing you're not supposed to be doing, maybe you can help that. But most of the time when trying to conceive, you're eating right, you're working out, you're taking your vitamins, you're doing what you're supposed to do, and it's not happening. That's very frustrating. And having someone to talk to about the process is critical. It's very critical. And it doesn't matter if you're trying to conceive naturally, through IVF, whatever. The process itself can be very disheartening. Some of the things that make it stressful is when everybody around you is getting pregnant but you. Let me tell you, I want to keep it very honest with you. It is okay to feel jealous. It's a human emotion. It is a human emotion to be jealous that, why is my friend pregnant? Or why is my coworker pregnant? Why everybody getting pregnant but me? If you find like, let's say your bestie got pregnant before you and you pissed, it's okay. Where it goes left or where it's wrong is if you start to act on the jealousy. Like when you wish someone to have a miscarriage, you don't speak to them, like you just have an attitude around them all the time. You can allow yourself some safe distance because you have to mentally take care of yourself. You do. You absolutely do. But wish them well. They're still your friend. They're still your coworker. Maybe you don't like the coworker. But wish them well because it's good karma. And it's good energy because usually when people tend to conceive around each other, it eventually becomes you. But if you initially feel jealous and it makes you feel depressed, allow those feelings to settle in. Give yourself some space. If you have to express that you need space from them, that's okay too. Be honest. Be like, listen, congratulations. I'm super happy for you, but I'm not happy for me. And because I'm not happy for me, this is hard for me. Please understand that. I'm still here for you. I'm still excited for you, but I just need some space. I have had an experience where me and my homegirl, when I was trying to conceive, she just got pregnant randomly. She wasn't even trying, of course, right? Of course. And she did it in a shitty way. Oh, I hope she don't see this video. But we talked about it. We've talked about it. So she did it in a shitty way. She kind of threw it at me, but I don't think she was thinking when she said it. Even I think I got a negative pregnancy test that day and I was just not in a good mood and she had called me. She's like, yeah, sorry girl, it's been a minute since we caught up. I'm pregnant, so I'm all tired, all this stuff. The way she said it, it's like she took the knife and just stabbed it in my chest. And I'm just like, and I congratulated her and I didn't talk to her for months, which is not fair to an extent. But I could not be in a space that was safe for her. And when I mean months, I'm talking about like, I think a month and a half. I took a couple weeks off because I didn't know how to be there for her because my emotions were so flooded. Now. This turned back around on me. But before I get to that, let me just say, she hit me up like, I think maybe 2 months later. She said, what was wrong with you? And I'm like, I couldn't handle it. I was trying to conceive, you getting pregnant so easily, and I just had a breakdown. I was like, I'm sorry. I was just like, I couldn't be there for you. And she's just like, can we meet up? And we did. We met up and we talked, and because we are real friends. And she said, I understand. Maybe I should have approached you differently. Should talk to you about differently, but you know, I still need you as a friend. And of course I was there. I even threw her baby shower. Yes, I did. I threw her baby shower. We talked it over, and I remember when I saw her, maybe a couple months afterwards, she had like this big old bump. I was like, emotionally, like, this is so hard, but I was so happy for her. I acknowledged with my therapist that I was jealous. I still wished her well. She already had a kid. This is her second kid, and I had a dog, and my cat died, like that summer. So I'm sitting here like, when is my turn? And then one of my childhood friends hits me up like, oh, girl, I'm having a baby. And I'm just like, everybody's just gonna have a baby with me. And here we go again with this process. And it's just, I learned to be in a space where I'm happy for them, even though I'm not happy for myself. So I threw my homie a baby shower, and it was at the baby shower. All the moms were there, and tell me why they all rubbed their hands on my belly. 2 months later, positive test, and she running around the house. Good karma. But still, I acknowledged that I was envious and I was jealous, but I did not act on it. I was still happy for her, but I had to take a break. I had to take a step back, get my emotions together, get myself together so that I can be a good friend to her. Now, remember I said that this turned around? So when I finally got pregnant, I had a friend that was also trying to conceive, and I remembered how I felt when the other girl told me that she was pregnant. And it took me like months to tell her, because she was going through like an IVF process with her husband, and it just wasn't happening for her. I remember when I told her, I was like, how you feeling? How are you doing? And, she was in a good mood. She was doing good. And I was like, well, I got something to tell you. She's like, you're pregnant? Just her saying it, I heard the tone drop. And I was so scared to tell her because I've been there. And I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, congratulations. Like that, congratulations. I know that congratulations. I've said that congratulations before. And I didn't take it that way. I didn't take it like, you ain't happy for me. You should be happy for me regardless. I did not do that. I knew exactly where she was coming from. And I gave her the space to feel what she was going to feel. She didn't talk to me for months either. And then when I told the first girl, she's like, now you know how it feels. But I didn't take it that way, homie. But I was like, okay, she's going to need time to process this. And she came back around. My good sis flew from Massachusetts to Georgia to come to my baby shower. And she was happy for me. Matter of fact, she actually came shortly after I gave birth to spend a week with me so that I could deal with being a mother for the first time. And she was very much there for me. Like, I was there for my other girl. And as a matter of fact, when I found out I was pregnant, the one I threw the baby shower from, she was the one that told me to take the pregnancy test. She was just like, you seem to be pissing a lot. Why don't you just take a pregnancy test? I was like, I'm not even late. I'll take it like in a couple days. I'm going on vacation, so I want to be able to drink in peace. So, yeah, that's my story of having a friend that was pregnant and then having a friend that wasn't getting pregnant. I've seen both sides of it. And I will tell you, take time for yourself to process it, especially if you feel like this process may take longer than normal. Also, talk to your spouse. Yeah, I think a lot of the times we don't talk to our guys or our spouses or our partners because you feel like this is not something you can talk to them about. Yes, you can. They understand. They're going through it too. They want to have a baby as well. Hence, trying to conceive. Ain't like you're trying to do it behind their back, right? Not trying to get pregnant on someone. Don't do that. But talk to your spouse. Like, I feel disappointed. I feel heavy. I feel whatever. Talk to your significant other. Talk to your partner. You are not alone. Another thing when it comes to like negative pregnancy tests is preparing for the next round. Sometimes, particularly if you've been trying for a while, you might need a break. Ain't like 1 month's gonna make that big of a difference. You know what I mean? Like, if you took 1 month to say, oh, I don't want to mentally charge myself, take the month off or 2, because you may need to just kind of rejuvenate yourself, get re-excited. You may just physically need a break, because when you're in that process, it can be very stressful. And so you want to make sure that you're not overstressing yourself, because again, you want to welcome your baby spirit into your body. If you're not in that place, or you feel yourself feeling depressed because of the last time you tested, take a break. It's okay. It's not like you getting pregnant and you're trying to get pregnant in June and it's May and you take June off. It's going to make a world of a difference. Okay, it's a month. You'll be fine. Another thing you can consider is join trying to conceive groups. They have a bunch of them on Reddit. They have a lot of them on Facebook. And sometimes you might have to take a break from those groups too, because sometimes women can be a lot. But especially when they're showing the pregnancy test, is this a double line? Is this a second line? What does it say? girl, if that's too much for you, take a break. But it's okay to join those groups. Those pregnancy apps, like I think Baby Center or one of those apps, I'll put the links down there. Those apps have trying to conceive groups, and they're so supportive. I really want you to consider joining those groups, because then you'll feel less alone. And also they're free, because you know when the baby comes, it's gonna be some money spent. So Facebook groups, Reddit groups, I don't know if they're physical groups. It depends on the state that you're in, but ask your doctor. They may have certain groups that you can join that'll support your trying to conceive journey. In the meanwhile, start taking your prenatal vitamins. Act as if you are. Remember, we talked about that. We want to have a welcoming spirit. Take your vitamins, continue to work out, drink your water, keep your zen, continue to Yoni steam. Act as if you are. Well, don't Yoni steam after you think that you conceive. Let me just be clear about that. But act as if you already are. Welcome the spirit. Buy a onesie. I knew a woman, so she started to buy baby clothes, which I thought that is absolutely freaking insane. But she did. She said, I really want to have a baby. And she was doing everything she needed to do. She was trying for a year. The doctor said they can't understand why she's not getting pregnant, other than she's stressing herself out. She went and started to buy like small things. Like she bought a onesie, she bought like baby socks, and little by little. And I think she got pregnant with twins. Yeah, she got pregnant with twins. Okay. And good thing she did that too, because it's one thing to be preparing for one, but two, woo. So do things that are positive for your spirit, that keeps your spirit uplifted and not stressed and not overly eager. And then welcome your baby. If you're still not conceiving, again, go see the doctor, see what's going on. Check with yourself mentally, find support groups, a therapist, talk to your partner, even journal. Regardless, no matter what, it's going to happen when it's going to happen. If you need to take a break, take the break. Do not overly stress yourself out, because when the baby comes, believe me, baby, you're going to be busy. And you'll remember the days when you had the time to do all this stuff. Take your vitamins, girlies, drink your water, continue to exercise, work out, clean your diets up, act as if you are, and it will happen. Let's talk about the Yoni products of the week, because I know trying to conceive can be such a stressful process. One thing I like to do is take a bath or shower, and then I like to scrub my body down. So I have created, of course, on the Yoni Mac website, this is a Just Queen body scrub. I love it because it smells so sweet, and of course it's all natural, and it keeps my skin feeling good and fresh. There's different scrubs. This is the Just Queen one, and this is the Just Elite one. Now, if you got a negative pregnancy test, you're absolutely furious, use the Just Elite one. And here's why. The Just Elite one has more of a deeper scrub in there for you. You may need to just wash off the day. Wash off the negative feelings. If one of your friends just announced she's pregnant, you may need to wash off your frustration with yourself. So I think the Just Elite one would work fine. But either one of these, and it is, of course, the turmeric one. The turmeric one is great for like a deeper detox and all of that stuff. But if you want to just relax and not stress yourself out, try the Just Queen one. Try the Just Queen one, or try the Just Elite. Can you see it? Just Elite. Can you see it? Let me. Here we go. Just Queen. And Just Elite. It's all backwards. But anyway, those scrubs are always great. Those are my Yoni Mac products for the week. Let me know. Discount link is at the bottom, so you get yourself a nice scrub, relax, and know it's gonna happen. I have faith in your womb. Have faith in yourself, and welcome your baby. In the meanwhile, be good to yourself.